everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady.
I'm Aiden.
And today we are going to dismantle the Mangave Peninsula because, as you can see, they've all melted from our realistic winter temperatures here in Fuquay-Varina, North Carolina. We planted these back on June 26th when we were dividing our Mangave collection. We knew it was a gamble. We didn't know if they would be hardy or not. And well, now we're proving they aren't. So to make this border just look better, we're gonna go ahead and pull these all out, toss them into a compost pile, and then we're gonna add some poppy seeds because, well, what else would we do? So stay tuned to watch our progress. So we're trying two approaches. Aiden's digging. The problem with digging is that it removes a lot of the soil that's here. I'm gonna try just cutting them off with my saw, my hand saw. And oh yeah, that was super easy. I think sawing is the way to go. There you have it. Hitting the easy button. And now it's still there. So maybe if it has the energy, it might, pop up. It's kind of unlikely. And even if it does, they probably wouldn't get to any size. But this was a good experiment to see. Definitely gonna just keep the mangaves in containers and overwinter them in the crawl space. That has been the easiest way to deal with them in our southeastern climate here in North Carolina. Well, you can see with all those melted mangaves out, we have a fair amount of open space. Now we do have some self-sowing larkspur and nigella here. We also have money plant that is abundant in this bed, but we have room to toss in some poppy seeds, and well, with any luck, they'll germinate and this border will look really amazing in the springtime. And Aiden is the resident poppy sowing expert. Just like that. This border has been difficult because it's really dry. And in fact, I planted a bunch of native things in here and they've really suffered. So I think eventually when we have the beds ready in the woodland, we're gonna end up transplanting the native things that are in here because it's just not really sustainable. With this crepe myrtle, which is fantasy, Lagerstromia farii, and then, of course, over here, this water oak, Quercus nigra, they just absorb all of the water. And I think we actually built this peninsula a little bit too high above grade, and that results in it staying really dry and it becomes super hydrophobic in the summer where you water it and all the water runs off into the lawn. So we figured since we showed you the melted mangaves, we should then show you our success story. And it's a success. So of course, here in the crawl space with the Norb grow lights, everything is doing really, really well. Obviously the mangaves love it. Main stipulation here is that we overwinter plants that don't need to be watered. That way we don't have mold or anything potentially grow under the house. And I just wanted to point out to everybody, that was a poppy seedling. Not on purpose, just like it just happened to be in this pot. And in this condition, it's the biggest poppy we currently have. And again, it hasn't been watered since it went in here. And it's all because of these Norb grow lights. So maybe we'll put grow lights in the new greenhouse. Actually, next year, all of these mangaves might just be in the greenhouse. And we'll just use this as a root cellar.
Yep.
Which, of course, it's doubling very successfully as a root cellar. You can see, we have a lot of sweet potatoes. I moved the squash and pumpkins in here. And actually underneath the squash and pumpkins is a whole container of sweet potatoes as well. So we have a lot of food security. But overall, I'm really glad that we saved all of the mangaves in the wall by sticking them under here, because when we pull these out, the wall is going to be instant. It's going to be awesome. Well, everybody, I hope that our experiment with mangaves will provide you some useful information. And as always, we look forward to sharing more updates with you right here from our Fuquay-Varina, North Carolina gardens. Thanks so much for watching, and happy gardening.